Okay, the first Tuesday of every month, I am made to feel like a complete idiot when our next guest gets here. Dan Thompson with Claris Networks, who knows everything there is to know about technology, and give it to someone like me who knows next to nothing. So good to see you.
It's good to see you. I hope I really don't make you feel like an idiot.
No, actually, I enjoy it when you're here because I'm truly asking you these questions, and very often you say, well, that's a good question.
Yeah,
so
yeah, exactly.
You make me feel good.
Okay, well, good.
I'm a Google fan.
Yes.
But today you're not talking the website, you're talking something totally different.
That's right. So Google has all these offshoot things that they do besides search. One of which is Google Glass, which is this awkward Scotty LaForge Star Trek looking thing that I have on my face right now. So you've probably read about it. It's called Google Glass. And essentially what it is it's what they call augmented reality. So augmented reality. So like I'm existing as I am today, and then I have this screen that I can turn on that's up in front of my face.
Okay.
And so this is what I'm seeing right now. Oop, not that. This is, so you see the clock. That's basically exactly what I'm seeing is this clock.
Okay, wait a minute. So I don't understand how this works.
So I'm seeing, can you see, if you look at my eye, you see the little, you should actually see yourself right now.
Yes.
So that is what I'm seeing. It's projected here as well.
Okay.
So it's just this little screen, and it looks to me, so if I'm looking at, if I can kind of look at the camera, it looks to be about this big in my field of vision. But obviously looking at my eye, it's much smaller. It's designed to be focused way out in front. So here's what you can do with it, right?
Yeah,
so
what's the purpose?
I can record a video. So let me get this going here so I can say, okay, Glass, record a video. And we should, oh, let me change screens here.
This is so
record
crazy.
a video. So now, if you've ever wondered what it's like to be on TV, you can zoom in on my phone here. So this is what it's like to be behind the scenes, looking at you, obviously from my chair. But so the idea is, with Glass, I can do things like search the internet. I can do things like take a picture or record a video. So the interesting idea behind it is just to have the internet literally in front of your eyes at all times.
And it's hands-free.
It's hands-free, so it's all voice commands if I want it to be. So like right now, it's prompting me just to say, okay, Glass. And then as soon as I do that, it brings up this menu.
But now you would not, you couldn't drive and do this.
You can, I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
The navigation with it is pretty interesting. So like if you're used to using the Google navigation, it looks exactly like that. So as I'm driving down the road, it projects this map up on the screen, which is like in front of my eye.
Okay.
But what's awkward for me anyway is positioning so that I see it well. I'm basically having to almost look up at my sun visor, so your eyes are coming off the road, which is obviously not advisable.
Right.
But as people get used to technologies, I mean, typically it gets easier to use, right? So
it is insane how far we have come with technology and
really
the
weird.
size of what you can pack into one little chip.
Yeah.
Do you care if I try putting them on?
No, absolutely not.
Does it give you a headache?
It does not, or it hasn't given me a headache.
Okay. So you.
Yeah, so you see
I
how,
see. You have to look
and you can
up.
actually kind of lower it down a little bit so it's kind of more just in your normal field of vision.
Yeah.
So now think about this. Think if you're a surgeon and you're working on a patient and you want to record the video.
Okay.
So you could do that using this and then do playback. Think if you're a doctor and you're in the room with your patient and you want to look at their health records but not be distracted with a laptop in your lap. So I can look at you as my patient and I can have your the prescriptions that you're on right in front of my eyeball, but I never am bouncing out of my engagement with you by going to my computer or going to my laptop. So that's where development has gone with this today.
You have to have this on to understand.
Yeah, to fully get it.
To
Yeah,
fully
you're exactly
get
right.
it. But once you do, and I'm a person who really is easily distracted by stuff. Actually, it takes me a while to coordinate. But this isn't that difficult, and when you mentioned the doctor in the operating room, that was a great analogy.
Yeah, and that's honestly where the development has happened with these things so far. So the idea is Google has made this is just kind of a grand experiment for them.
Okay.
And they've just released this thing as just a piece of technology, release it to the development community just to see what people would do with it. And healthcare is the industry that has latched onto it the most because there's obvious applications for it. Other things like very detailed mechanics, so like engineers that are working on things like there's this part way back in this device that I need to get the dimensions of. You could use the glass to take a picture of it and maybe hold a ruler back there or something like that. Makes things easier in industrial settings like that as well. Where will it go from here? Who knows?
That's the question for everything when it comes to technology. How much does this retail?
So those are $1,500. Yeah, right,
I'll
exactly.
be very careful as I give them back
And
to you.
the idea is only developers could buy them, except one day last month, Google randomly opened it up to any consumer that wanted to buy one. And the theory behind it is $1,500 is obviously cost prohibitive. This is what they call a beta product, which means it can be flaky. As a matter of fact, when I was demoing this thing last, they had just released an update, and it was all kinds of flaky.
Oh.
But they've since stabilized it again.
Okay.
But because it's a beta product, it could go wacky or not. And they want it to be cost prohibitive to the point where people who are serious will buy it, but just random people who just thought it might be fun wouldn't.
Well, for the random people out there watching, just simply watch the news, watch the journals that come out. It
Yeah.
won't be long before these are mainstream.
Yes, that's
I'm
exactly
sure.
right. And journalists have been latching onto this, because think if you're in the middle of a protest and I don't want to be bogged down with a camera in my hands, but I want to record what's going on, you
yeah.
could do this. As a matter of fact, there was a kind of a funny to me story. In San Francisco, there was a reporter doing just that, and the people were protesting Google, which is the popular thing to do in San Francisco these days, and a person ran out of the crowd and actually yanked it off of their face and
Whoa.
smashed it as part of the protest. But this is San Francisco today, right? I mean,
We
they're just
gotta
kinda
go,
goofy.
but who knows where it's going to take us next. Claris Network,
Yep.
they're watching all the trends. Thank you, Dan,
You're
so
welcome.
much. As I say goodbye, I'm going to put them on one more time.
It matches your shirt today.
I haven't felt this smart all day. We are back with more right after this. That is true.